So we've got 26 million people unemployed. The media doesn't give a rat's tail about them. Oh, they pretend to, but they really don't. Because if they did, what would the questioning be at the White House briefing? What would the questionings be? The questions would be, Mr. President, how quickly can we get the government? How quickly can we get the states open? Why are you allowing states to shut their entire economies down for no good reason? What's the scientific rationale behind a shutdown? Broad-based, indiscriminate shutdowns. I've been working with allies, conservative allies, other movement leaders to try to highlight and educate Americans and educate the administration and governors about the need to get the country back open again. And it shouldn't be at a cost to our liberties. In Washington, D.C., there's no sign the nation's capital is going to be open anytime soon because of this absurd testing standard they have. And now the mayor is announcing that she's hiring 900 contact tracers. I mean, I already told you it's illogical. This shows you that the science is it's just mumbo jumbo in many ways, because those of you who follow this, you may recall that we were told that contact tracing only works when there is a case or two here, a case or there, a case or two there, where they have a limited number of cases that they're trying to track and basically isolate the virus before there's a community spread, right? Well, there's already been community spread. So why this ridiculous process now that we're going to have related to contact tracing? That we need to have thousands of people doing contact tracing. I'm not saying it's not potentially useful as the virus diminishes and you don't want outbreaks popping out. In Washington, D.C., you know what the population of Washington, D.C. is? 700,000, give or take a few thousand. So 1 out of every 700 people will be working for the government doing contact tracing. So the logic is, however insane, that's where this is all going when you hear about phasing in, phasing out, phase 1, 2, 3. It just doesn't make any sense to me. As I said last week, I am done with it. And constitutionally speaking, we are way done with it. To the degree that the police powers of the states allow them to control and limit your freedom to address a public health emergency, they're limited to addressing the emergency. If you've got COVID-19 or your family does, they could probably come and say you're quarantined for now. But the idea that you indiscriminately restrict the freedoms of the healthy and those afflicted with the coronavirus is insane. By their standards, we can never be free again. And this is why you need to push back on your governors, call the White House, let them know what you think. If I were the president, I would be bringing out people highlighting the necessity of getting people back to work. Because frankly, the doctors, they have interesting things to add in terms of treatment and all of that. But look, that's not the end all and be all. You can't have health without an economy. You can't have health care without an economy. Then we don't have an economy right now that's functioning. 26.4 million unemployed at least. And that underestimates it according to many. Many of those people can't, for all the money that's being sent out of Washington to try to help people, many of those people don't have enough money to buy food. You see the food lines, hours long. Are the governors going to go and arrest people not social distancing as they wait online to feed their family because they've been deprived of a job? by their governors. Now, Attorney General Barr has suggested that if things get out of hand with these shutdowns, he would intervene. The Justice Department would intervene. I don't know what he's waiting for. I mean, as often with the Justice Department, the rhetoric doesn't match action. If these were voting rights being suppressed, if these were the sort of the rights that the left focuses on, the Justice Department would be intervening immediately. But because it's the right to property, the right to religious expression, right to freely exercise your religion, the right to assemble because it's the wrong people who are assembling and petitioning their government, the left media doesn't care. They don't care about the First Amendment. And many people in the Justice Department don't care either, because many people in the Justice Department are leftists. So my guess is that Barr probably wants to do the right thing, but all the deep staters around him don't. And this is where he needs to exercise personal leadership to just intervene and stop the oppression, because it is oppression.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.